Music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel. Talking about, well, I guess it's a Kiss reunion. Yeah, I get that looks kind of like a Kiss reunion. I'll try to break this down. I'm going to have a little fun with this because, again, it's a slow year in the world of classic rock. Although Journey is going on tour next year and tickets are cheap. So get your Journey tickets. Doing what I do in real time for a few real people just like you right there and like me here. So, this is a headline from a classic rock ish website. They do music and all kinds of other stuff, but this is what they say. It's official. Eric Singer to perform with Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Tommy Thayer at Kiss Cruise, landlocked in Vegas. Isn't that like a backward way of saying that Kiss is going to perform? Like they were waiting like for Eric Singer, he was the holdout. Well, we were trying to get the band back together. We're not supposed to say we're getting. Now, what is this landlocked in Vegas thing? This is a Kiss cruise in a desert? Is there a lake somewhere? They're going to cruise around the lake? They're landlocked in Vegas. So it's not really a cruise, but yet it's a cruise. Today it was announced. This is just going to be comedy here. So if you like the comedy aspect of what I'm doing here, don't forget, buy me a coffee. I don't even have the coffee mug in the studio right now, but buy me a coffee. There's also Patreon, YouTube memberships, and PJ Rock super chats. All right. So it was announced that longtime Kiss drummer Eric Singer will join the highly anticipated Kiss cruise landlocked in Vegas. Dave, didn't you know about this? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I did another video about this a while ago and I forgot. Taking place November 14th through the 16th. So they're not giving you a lot of time to absorb the fact that Eric Singer is now in. Okay. He's participating. It's going to be at the Virgin Hotels in Las Vegas. Virgin Hotels. Isn't that kind of like an oxymoron? Or Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas. Okay, yeah, whatever. Because those two things shouldn't. Dave, it's the name of the hotel chain. Come on, bro, get with it. All right, I'm trying to get with it here, but I'm completely out of it if you haven't already figured that out. Singer will reunite with Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Tommy Thayer for two unmasked performances. Oh, goodness. I would say put the makeup back on, man. Just you guys at this stage, keep the masks on. What is going on? By the way, these guys were totally into masking back in, when was this? 2021? They loved masks. In fact, I'm pretty sure they designed the whole Kiss face mask so those foreign particles wouldn't get in, even though the truth is they would get in anyway, which I think I talked about probably, and I got in trouble for talking about it. That's not true. They're 100% effective. Okay. Anyway, how did I go down this road? I don't know. I'm bored. Okay. But hey, if you're a Kiss fan and you want to go to Vegas, here's your opportunity. So they're going to do two unmasked performances, one acoustic and one electric, marking the first time Kiss has performed together since retiring from touring way back when? In 2013. In fact, it was the end of 2013. So we haven't gotten to the end of 2015. So it's less than 2 years. And Kiss is performing together again. Yeah. But this isn't really Kiss. This is Tommy Thayer and randomly, people are just randomly showing up. Gene Simmons is there. Paul Stanley is there. And the one holdout, Eric Singer, the one holdout, and he's going to be there. But this isn't really a Kiss reunion. By the way, Kiss said they wouldn't be performing in the big, what they said, Dave, is they wouldn't be performing at the big stadium anymore. They wouldn't be doing a big tour anymore. They might be open to some one-off performances, and here it is, man. This is a big deal for Kiss fans. You're throwing cold water on this. This is the landlocked Kiss cruise. Why even call it a cruise? Why not say it's Kiss in the desert? It's Sin City and Kiss. You'd probably just turn off a few fans, right? But, people like cruises. They like music cruises. They like drinking on a boat that's going like this. Like, that's going to be not an accident ready to happen. You won't be hanging out with the porcelain god all weekend. No. So I was at Kiss show. I was in the bathroom the entire time, and then I was passed out on the bed because it was a Kiss cruise. And the alcohol came with the tickets. All right, that's what happens. If you don't like the unmasked performances, Singer will also participate in a fan question and answer session. Hey, I got a question. How much is this costing me? Alongside Simmons, Stanley, and Thayer, these random guys. So why can't you just say in the article, Kiss will participate in a fan? If they told the rock media, you can't call it Kiss, just don't call it Kiss. It's not really Kiss. It's just four guys who were in Kiss who randomly show up together to answer questions and play Name That Tune. That's right. They're going to play Name That Tune. You're going to have to name the guitar and drum riff with Tommy Thayer. I don't know why it's just Tommy Thayer, but it says with Thayer. And they'll sign the event poster as a gift for all the guests. Man, this has got to be costing some serious money here. His edition comes as the Kiss family and fans around the world. Who's writing this? Who's writing this stuff? Okay, you're not going to, if you're an Ace fan, you're not going to like this. His addition to this random group of people comes as the Kiss family and fans around the world honor the memory of founding guitarist Ace Frehley, whose creativity and influence helped define the band's unmistakable sound and legacy. So, translation, do you want me to translate this? This is not good. So, they're getting back together to honor Ace, who wasn't in the band and who wasn't necessarily getting along all that good with Paul and Gene. This is crazy stuff. Whose creativity and influence helped define the band's unmistakable sound and legacy. So, yeah, here's a great reason to get back together again. Ace is dead, so let's go do a landlocked thing in Vegas. It's going to be great. By the way, this special Kiss Army fan event, co-produced by Pop House, Topeka, and Vibby, all the corporations who have their fingers in the Kiss pie, celebrates the band's 5-decade career and the 50th anniversary of the Kiss Army. In addition to the unmasked performances, wait, there's more. There's more. And singers return. The weekend will include appearances from Quiet Riot, who I think have 0 original members, but Rudy Sarzo is there. He's pretty cool. Stephen Pearcy and Warren D. Martini. So you get a portion of Rat. You get a partial Rat. And they'll be performing the music of Rat. Bruce Kulick will be there. He's been in and out of the Kiss orbit for a while. My favorite friendly guy, Sebastian Bach, will be there. He's so nice. I like him. Black and Blue, who are back with a new song, which I got like 100 views talking about. Quarantine, don't know about them. And then School of Rock and more. So if you act before midnight tonight, you get all of this and more. I'm serious. That's what it says here. Is this article over? Nope, there's more. I'm sorry, people. Fans can look forward to question and answer sessions with members of Kiss. Longtime manager, they finally say it here, with members of Kiss. It took them about 2/3 of the article to just say it's Kiss. Longtime manager Doc McGee, Producers Eddie Kramer and the great Bob Ezrin, who I would probably like to ask some questions about, say, Pink Floyd or Alice Cooper. But anyway, photographer Lynn Goldsmith and Kiss Army founders Bill Starkey and Jay Evans, along with interactive activities. Shuffleboard, maybe? I'm sorry. Meet and greets, photo ops, and other unique fan experiences honoring Kiss's unmatched legacy. Where is the price tag in this article for all of this? Oh, wait, they tell you the Vibby experience packages include a 3-night stay at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, which again, you putting those words together, Virgin and Vegas don't really work for me, but I get it. It's the name of the hotel. Premium access to all performances and panels. So if there's a panel going on, you get to hang out and listen. Curated gifts. Curated? Who curates them? Vibby does. A signed event poster. Oh, good grief, Batman. Signed poster. I'm a 70-year-old Kiss fan, and I got my signed poster and collectible memorabilia, who you'll have to pass down to your kids and grandkids, I guess. For some people, I guess this is really cool, right? For some people, this is the ultimate thing. What do you think this costs? Anybody with a guess? What does this cost? Just one ticket, but they have packages, which include the 3-night stay, the premium access, the performances, the panels. You get a wall panel, or is it just like you get to listen to people? Curated gifts. You get like a Gene Simmons blow-up doll. I mean, what is it that you actually get here? Kiss had previously set a 12-show residency at Planet Las Vegas in 2021. That's Planet Hollywood Vegas. And 2022, but ultimately canceled all of the dates due to the fact that, you had to do that social distancing and you had to have a QR code. So I guess they're making up for the fact that they had to cancel all of that stuff a few years ago. And so this isn't a Kiss reunion. Let's just be clear. No big tour. This isn't an actual reunion. 4 random guys just showing up in Vegas with a bunch of other people. And it's going to be great, people. It's going to be fantastic. You should see if you can contact Vibby and get your package. And if you can find out what that costs, let me know. Maybe post it in the comments or something. I'm sure it's relatively inexpensive. And for the diehard Kiss fan, this would make a great early holiday gift. I think it's next week. So you better get on this like next weekend. Anyway, just figured I'd have a little fun with this. This is not a Kiss reunion. So don't go around saying that Kiss got back together again, because it's not true. It's not true. It's 4 random people. All right. That's it. That was tedious. I apologize. I'll be back, though. Oh, it's a promise. It's a threat and a promise. I will be back. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, buy me a coffee, all right? After that, I'm going to need some serious caffeine.